Hi guys, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a really good Thursday. I am sitting in Millsboro at the new Chick-fil-A. Little baby was tired and we needed to go run some errands, so hopped in the car and I wanted to stop and do a live while he sleeps before we head home, and I have to take him out of the car seat and wake him up. So I am coming to you live. If you are on live, go ahead and put live in the comments so that I know you're watching. And if you're catching this replay, you guys know it by now. Put R in the comments so I can thank you later. I love when you guys watch. It fires me up. I love when you interact. When you post things, your thoughts while I'm talking. Sometimes it gets me off track, but I love it. But for those of you who didn't catch my live or my replay of yesterday's video, I was talking a lot about how your mindset changes your mood. And the more I got to thinking about that, it just made me think about why knowing your why is so important. And not just your why in life, but your why in everything that you do. Like your why in your chores at home, your why in your job, your why in your life overall. Just why is knowing your why and being intentional about the things you do, why is that so important? And so I was thinking about like things that I do on a daily basis that I either don't love to do or, I would rather someone else do it. And I got to thinking about like different chores. So laundry. Laundry is a chore. Put a 1 in the comments if you dislike doing laundry. You're not a fan of doing laundry. I personally don't mind doing laundry, but there are times when it seems like it's never ending, and I think there's so many things I would rather be doing. So I start to think about, like, why, yes, Michael, laundry, and you have, like, multiple children, so I can only imagine how much laundry you have, and they're boys, so I'm sure they're getting dirty, and it's crazy, but what is the why behind doing laundry? Like, in the root of doing laundry, why am I doing it? I'm doing it to serve my family. I'm doing it so, my husband has something clean to wear to work. I'm ironing clothes so that when we go out, we look presentable. I'm doing the laundry as a form of service to my family. And when I think about it like that, it doesn't seem so much as a chore. It seems more of a, I can't think of the exact word, but like, it's not a chore. It's not annoying. It's not frustrating. Like, it's something that I enjoy doing because I know my why. I know the reason deep down is more than just to put clean clothes, in my kid's drawer or in my husband's drawer. I'm doing it because it serves them. It's something that, Henry can't do for himself. And adult Henry, he doesn't have a lot of time. He comes from work and he's tired. And I know that doing that for him is a service to him. And that's what we're called to do. Same thing with like taking out the trash. Like, nobody enjoys taking out the trash, especially when you forget about it and, you have to do it first thing in the morning before you go to work, or you have to do it, like, when you get home and when you have to take the trash cans all the way down to the end of the driveway. Like, no one enjoys doing that. But what is the reason behind why you do it? Do you do it so that someone else in your family doesn't have to do it? Do you do it so that, your family has a nice, clean-smelling house? What is the why behind the chores that you do every day, and how does knowing your why affect your attitude when you do those things? So yes, taking out the trash is a pain, but when you know your why, you're doing it to serve other people, to serve the people that you love, it doesn't become such an annoyance anymore. It becomes your privilege, your honor to do that. Another chore that I was thinking about is cooking dinner. I'm not the best cook. Put a 2 in the comments if you enjoy cooking, because I don't really enjoy cooking. Like I said, I'm not the best at it, so a lot of times I have really hard time following recipes. I think I like read all the ingredients and I just put them all together and I'm like, yeah, we got this. And then as I read the directions, I see, like I was supposed to mix these two things together separately and then like put them in, and I'm so terrible about that. So a lot of the times when I cook stuff, it doesn't quite come out the way it should. So it's not something that I really enjoy doing. But when I think about why am I cooking, what's my reason for really doing it, I think about two things. One is finances. I know that I could go get takeout every night, but that's not being a good steward of my finances or my family's finances. I also know that I'm doing it because I want my family to be healthy. So I'm not just buying the pre-made food for Henry to just, give him. I am making good, healthy meals for him to set him up for a better future. So when I'm thinking about why I'm cooking, while I hate doing it, while I'm cutting up vegetables and chicken and it takes hours and I'm the worst vegetable chopper ever, it's not a pain anymore. It's me servicing my family and knowing that I'm providing a better, healthier future for all of us. I want you to drop one of your least favorite chores in the comments. Like, I don't know, maybe your least favorite chore is washing the car. Maybe it's, getting the kids down for bedtime. Maybe it's getting all the kids bathed before bedtime. Like, what is a chore that you just absolutely hate to do? That you, whether you've hated it forever or whether something's, changed. Like, maybe it's laundry, and maybe you didn't used to hate laundry when it was just for you, but now that you have, a family of 5, like, laundry just seems overwhelming. Put that in the comments, something that you're, that you do in your personal life, a chore that you do that you don't care for. I want you to think about why it is, the root of why you're doing it, and see if it changes your attitude about that chore. And then I was thinking about, outside of my home, because yes, it's super easy to say that I'm serving my family and make all these chores not sound so bad because I'm doing it for my family. So I started thinking about things that I hate to do at work, which is a little bit more difficult to put my finger on the why and to make myself have a positive attitude about it, because yes, I love the people I work with, but it's not like my family. It's not as easy to just say, like, I'm serving my family. So I got to thinking, like, one of the things I hate doing at work is making copies. The reason I hate making copies is because we have 2 copiers that jam literally every single day. If you're a teacher, please put teacher in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Like, I've literally thought about quitting teaching and just becoming like a copier tech, because those people are in our school every single day. Like, job security for them is a school, because we make copies constantly and it's always breaking. Every time I walk in, we have 2 copiers, and one either says like jammed, good luck, or like office knows. So I hate making copies because I always have to like dissect this copy machine and figure out where the paper jam is. So I started thinking about, why is it that I go in and I make these copies? And there's the obvious, like, my students need work to do. But it's more than that, because I don't just make copies of worksheets for them to do. Like, I take the time to create worksheets or graphic organizers to help my students learn better. I know I have a lot of students that need accommodations and they need modifications, and I know that giving them access to the general curriculum is not going to be easily accessible for them. So I sit and I make these graphic organizers, and I make them so that it's going to be more helpful to my students. So in a way, I'm serving my students, but I'm also thinking about, like, why do I unjam the copier? It's to make somebody else's day better. What it boils down to, like a coworker, because I don't know their situation. They could be running late and they need to make copies in the morning, and I personally get to school at 6:30. I make sure my copies are made, and if the copier's jammed from the day before, I know that I can unjam it, and somebody who's having a really bad day, like, just that might turn their day around. So, like, that's my why in, the chore of making copies. And the chore of unjamming the copier. And I just think this really lends itself to yesterday's live about how your mindset can change your attitude. It can change your mood, because when you're not enjoying what you're doing, you have a negative attitude about it. But if you really search for the why you're doing something, why are you running errands? Why did you offer to do something for, your neighbor or your mom or your dad? Or like, if you get down to the nitty gritty, like the why you're doing it, it can really change your attitude, and it can change the entire way you look at doing that job or that chore. And, one of the big things in this business is knowing your why. And I really thought, like, deep down, okay, my why is like, let's make more money for my family so we can, find financial freedom. And I talked with you guys about one of the reasons that I started this business is because I want to stay at home with Henry and his future siblings. Like, that is a goal of mine. That's my why. That's why I'm, spending an hour a day, and I'm making phone calls, and I'm reaching out on social media, and I'm reading personal development. Hey Jess, thanks for hopping on. I'm doing personal development. I am learning about hair products. Am I a professional? Absolutely not. But I'm taking the time to do this, and it can be draining. I've talked to people on the phone for a couple hours about their hair and about different things, trying to troubleshoot or trying to figure out what's best for them. But when I think back about why I'm doing this, it makes it enjoyable. It makes me, remember, okay, you're doing this because you want to spend more time with your family. You're doing this because you want to provide for your family. You don't want them to be in a hardship. You don't want them to struggle. You want to spend time with Henry. You want to be able to take some time off from teaching. You want to be able to show him how hard you've worked and raise him in, a similar way. But it also, I'm starting to learn that my why in this business is also about serving others. And I really thought my why was just a selfish why, because it was all about me. It was all about my family and what I want to get out of this. But the more people that I help, my why has changed a little bit. My why is now about serving other people. I've talked with 2 or 3 people, and they've purchased product, and it's literally changed their life. And I'm not talking, they have great hair. I'm talking they've had some issues like that dermatologists and medication hasn't been able to fix, and they've used these products, and it's fixed that for them, or it's made it manageable for them. And the joy that brings, that I'm able to serve them and help them find these things, or to help them grow their hair back and have confidence, that's part of my why now. Yes, I was on the phone for over 2 hours last night with one of the ladies who joined with me, and we were troubleshooting because her computer wasn't working and her website wasn't working, and we didn't know her password. But I was able to work alongside of her and service her and serve her, and then she was able to go out and serve someone else. And to see how excited she was to make her first sale, to make her first VIP customer, it just brought so much joy to my life, and it made my why of wanting to spend time with my family and wanting to be there to support them a little bit sweeter, because I was able to do that for someone else too. I was able to support her why. So I don't know what your why is. I don't know what it is that you're searching for. But if you think that maybe your why is serving other people, or maybe your why is money for your family, maybe your why is to join a group of people who want to better themselves, whatever your why is, you need to really think about it and start looking at all the things that you're doing in your life to see if your whys are starting to align. Because that's what I'm noticing the more that I concentrate and that I focus on my whys and what I'm doing on a daily basis and how that's really affecting me and the people around me. So maybe your why is, it's just you need finances. This business is an opportunity to change your financial situation. I cannot tell you, if you had told me in 2.5 months, 2.5 months ago when I started this business, that I would be where I am financially now, I would not have believed you. In fact, I didn't. Natalie told me this is where I would be, or this is where I had the potential to be, and I didn't believe her. April 15th, I'm going to get paid from this business with all of my bonuses for the past 2 months, and we can pay our rent with that, plus some. So maybe that's what this business could offer you, is financial freedom. You know, maybe it's that you want to be in a group of people. Maybe you just want to better yourself. I've learned so much about myself as a person, as a friend, as a mother, as a coworker, that I wouldn't have been able to do without this business. I wouldn't have been able to learn these things about myself because I wasn't pushing myself to learn those things, you know. I would have never really gone live before. Now I'm doing it like weekly. You know, maybe that's what this business could be for you, is to help you find yourself. Maybe this business isn't for you, but maybe the products are for you. Maybe you need, hair growth. Maybe you have psoriasis. Maybe you have a little baby with eczema, something that, you know, you're struggling with. These products can be an opportunity of change for you. And that's something that you may have been searching for, and you might not think that it's possible in this business, but it really truly is. I'm serving people for many different reasons: hair loss, psoriasis, eczema. You know, maybe it's just your kid's hair is tangly and it's a fight every morning. Like, this is an opportunity. Right now we have a really good special going on. Like, through this Sunday you can get a free dry shampoo. I didn't know this, but my sister's dry shampoo apparently has propane in it. Like, who wants to put those things on their hair? I feel like if you got too close to a candle, you would just like light up. I don't know if that's how it works, but I don't really want to take that risk. But there's so many opportunities in this business, whether it is the selling side or the product side. It's worth asking about. And if you've been thinking about it, I want you to reach out to me. I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, you need to do this, and like call you like those car salesmen. Like, that's not me. That's not my heart. But if you truly want an opportunity to change your life, which sounds super cliche, but it truly does, then reach out to me. If you want an opportunity to change your hair, then reach out to me. I don't know if you guys saw my post, but 4-day, going on 5-day hair right now, 2 workouts later. That saves me a lot of time with a little baby. I can hop in the shower and just rinse off and not be gross from working out, but my hair still looks good. So that's just some of the opportunities that this business has, can offer, and some of the things that have changed in my life. And I think that part of my new why is serving others. So I'm ready to serve you guys. I'm ready to be a leader. I have 3 people on my team right now that I'm trying to lead, and that's a scary role. I've never taken on like the leadership role with adults. Like, I lead in my classroom all the time, but so that's new for me, and that's exciting, and I'm growing as a person and as a leader. So my why is not only my little baby now and my husband and my family's financial situation, but it's also to serve other people and to make other people feel good about themselves. So even if you're just watching this and you feel a little bit better about yourself, I hope so. Hey, Dawn, thanks for hopping on. I hope that it makes you feel better about yourself. Just figure out what your why is. You know, when you're, the next time you're doing laundry, or the next time you're taking out the trash, the next time you're losing sleep because you've got a crying baby, like, what's your why? Think about your why, and it's going to change your attitude. It's going to change your mindset. All right, guys, I hope you have a good Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Yeah. Have a good night.